The most powerful AI company in the world isn't OpenAI, isn't Google, isn't Microsoft. It's a chip company. The biggest winner of the AI revolution doesn't build AI products. It sells the machines that make them possible. Right now, one company controls the supply of the most important resource in artificial intelligence. And if they stop shipping tomorrow, the entire AI industry freezes. Every chatbot, every AI startup, every trillion-dollar tech giant is paying rent to the same company. But here's what makes this story dangerous. History shows monopolies like this don't last peacefully. If you invest, this affects your money. If you work in tech, this affects your career. If you believe AI is the future, this company controls that future. By the end of this video, you'll understand how Nvidia quietly took control of the hidden mechanism locking competitors out, and why its dominance could trigger the next tech war. Let's rewind. 1993, Nvidia is founded, just another chip company. For years, it focuses on gaming graphics cards. But in 2006, Nvidia releases something called CUDA. Fast, powerful, profitable. It looked harmless. Just a software toolkit for developers. But CUDA allowed programmers to use Nvidia's graphics chips for heavy computation, not just gaming. That was the Trojan horse. While competitors focused on hardware, Nvidia quietly built the software ecosystem. Then 2012 happens. A neural network called AlexNet wins a major AI competition using Nvidia GPUs. That was the turning point. The gold rush began. 2016, our research explodes. 2018, crypto increases GPU demand. 2020, data centers scale. 2022, ChatGPT shocks the world. 2023, our arms race begins. And every single player needs one thing: Nvidia chips. Before Nvidia wasn't dominant. Intel owned CPUs. AMD competed aggressively. Margins were volatile. Nvidia faced a brutal market. So instead of fighting for small improvements, they built something bigger. They didn't just make better chips. They made switching away from them painful. Here's the simple version. Training AI requires massive parallel processing. Imagine teaching a machine to recognize faces. You don't run one calculation at a time. You run millions simultaneously. A CPU is like one genius accountant working alone. A GPU is like 10,000 decent accountants working together. But here's the real trick. CUDA. If developers build AI systems using Nvidia's CUDA platform, switching to another chip means rewriting everything. It's expensive, risky, slow. So companies don't switch. That's not product superiority. That's ecosystem control. Nvidia didn't just build the engine. They built the fuel station and locked the highway. Nvidia became the toll booth of AI. Microsoft pays them. Google pays them. Meta pays them. Startups pay them. Even governments pay them. They don't need to win the AI race. They collect money from everyone who runs it. That's power. Revenue exploding year over year. Data center revenue surpassing gaming. Market cap crossing trillion-dollar territory. This isn't hype. It's infrastructure dominance. But monopolies create enemies. The US restricts Nvidia chip exports to China. China builds alternatives. Big tech companies design in-house chips. AMD fights back aggressively. Why? Because nobody wants to depend on one supplier for the future of AI. And here's the dangerous part. If major clients successfully replace Nvidia, the toll booth collapses, and when expectations are priced for perfection, even small cracks cause massive stock drops. If Nvidia slows down, AI startups stall. Tech stocks shake. Data center growth slows. The entire ecosystem feels it, because too much power sits in one place, and concentration is always fragile. Here's the real lesson. True power isn't about how much money you make. It's about how much control you keep. Nvidia doesn't dominate headlines. It dominates infrastructure. And in business, the company that controls the tools controls the builders. If you want to see who's trying to break Nvidia's control, watch my next video on the battle for control of AI, OpenAI versus Microsoft. Because the real war isn't about chatbots, it's about power.